Hey everybody, welcome back designers. Today we are going to start on house styles and we will work on this some next week as well. So the first thing, if you just hop on week 1, you should have gotten through this. I had an intro video. I try to do an intro video for each thing. Every once in a while I don't have one, but it's pretty rare. How to take a screenshot. So you need that, the Google form if you'd fill out, and then your designing values and decorating notes. So make sure, and the assignment. So make sure you have that done before you get started with this. And then we're starting on the house styles. So if you click on the house styles notes, it should come up. I already have mine up. It should look like this. It starts just with all North American style houses from kind of the beginning of what we know anyway. It goes into early American period, and we focus on like English colonial and Cape Cod style. There's all these styles, and then we also want, well, a lot of what you're going to see might be like the English colonial or Cape Cod revival. Like when you look, this is like more Cape Cod traditional then, this is more of a Cape Cod now. So like the dormer styles, more of this like revival style. So you see some different looks, like salt box colonial style, all about that roof, right? For the most part, there's other highlights, but without that roof, it really isn't that. We have Garrison style, 2 stories. There's, see how the second story, it's just a little bit, but it actually sticks out above. There's just a little overhang above that second one, and usually some ornamental stuff there. Then it goes into like 18th century. We have German style, Dutch colonial style, big dormers, gambrel roof. It's the shape of the roof is a big deal. Spanish style, so that adobe or stucco, tiled roofs, rounded arched windows, doorways, often have like an inner balcony, inner courtyards or porches. Swedish style is what we think of log cabin. That's like your Swedish style. French style. We have on here, there's different ones, and this is where it can look very different within it. So French colonial is more adapted for humid environments, smaller windows, the heavy wooden shutters. French cottage style is going to look a little more like similar to like a shotgun house. These are things you'll see in like the French Quarter, New Orleans, the decorative like metalwork, usually painted white. I have Georgian colonial. Very square, symmetrical, usually has 5 windows across that front top part, all kinds of other pieces. And then we get into the Federal period, Adam style, so looking at the regular design, again the symmetrically placed windows, usually it's a lot of times that 4-2 cornices or like the overhang above, what do you call it, below the roof line, like little decorative like pieces there. Fan light above the door, very common. It's that fan light is a half circle window, basically they call them that. Okay, early classical revival has this portico. Portico is topped by a triangular pediment. Portico is just like a kind of overhang above the porch area. Similar to Adam style otherwise, but not quite. And we have 19th century Greek revival. This is like Greek, leaving all those big columns. That's kind of the start of those big Greek columns that you would see. You can have some that are a little less, more subtle, like they're not quite as big. It doesn't run the whole length like this middle one. All kinds of information there. We have Gothic revival. Gothic revival looks more castle-like, but the big, or like a gingerbread house. Like see these big pointed, like really steep arches. Usually there's decorative like woodwork you can see on the porches, circular windows in there somewhere a lot. But it's that like high peak gingerbread kind of cutout, like Hansel and Gretel style. Italianate style is often square, 2 stories high, and then there's usually this little, see how it has that little like square piece at the top? That's like total Italianate style. Sometimes Italianate won't have that, it'll be more subtle, but mansard style is all about the roof. It has a mansard roof. It's like a box-like roof. You can see it's almost flat on top, but not quite. And it's hard to tell from this angle. But it's a really like very low sloping thing. And then this is a really, really steep pitch on that roof. And then there's dormers out of that. You can kind of see Victorian style. This is folk Victorian. There's actually quite a few different Victorian styles. Folk Victorian's more simple. It's kind of, a lot of times people think of them as like kind of a farmhouse style on the outside, kind of a simpler farmhouse, but still a lot of the decorative trim, porches around, spindle work. Queen Anne style, much more elaborate, usually bigger. Queen Anne style is usually having that turret. See that large, like circle-ish piece on both of these? You kind of see that. That's a huge Queen Anne style, and it's always asymmetrical. So it's like you cut it in half, it's going to look different. And then cruising along, Colonial Revival. This is where I was talking about all those things like the Georgian, saltbox, Cape Cod. You bring them back, and it's a little different style to it. But doors are usually more prominent. Decorative pediments are more common. Usually more balanced. Tudor style. Biggest thing is this half timbering. You can kind of see this half timbering here with like stucco in between. You can see all those wood pieces. That's Tudor style. Also often has like stone or brickwork with it as well. Chateauesque style is like a kind of like a castle. Usually towers, turrets, really ornamental, really big, elaborate moldings, arched windows and doorways. Mission style, similar to Spanish style, but commonly found in the southwest U.S. Arched doorways and windows again, tiled roofs often by parapets. They're like low walls or railings along the balconies. You can see along here. It's got little decorative stuff here. Absolute stucco exterior. Prairie style, long, low pitched roofs. You can see how a lot of times there's this overhang too. Central chimney. The inside is a really big open floor plan. So it's just that big low pitch roof line and making it long is usually one of the biggest, like, oh, I could look for that. Craftsman style, low pitch gable roof. So has a decorative little braces under the eaves. You can see them there. Usually has porches with these like thick beams, but then they're like, they go into like another style. It's not them going just the one beam all the way down. So it comes with like the pedestals on there. And then it's really common too to have like a one story with this like smaller second story up top. It's not like the length of the whole thing. Modern style is all a lot about function. It's asymmetrical design, flat, completely flat roof, large windows, and they're usually more asymmetrical. 20th century, postmodern, we have ranch style. Ranch style is common. One story, kind of that one story living, can have a basement though. But it's like a long one story house. Lower pitched roofs usually. Contemporary is different from modern. A lot of people get confused about contemporary versus modern. Modern is almost always white, asymmetrical, but it's usually made from one material. Contemporary style is more contrasting materials. So like on here, there's like, looks like wood here, and then metal and a lot of glass, maybe some other stuff. There's a bunch of concrete on other locations, and it's just different looking, right? It's not quite as like, it'll have more ornamentation to it usually too. Split levels are super common. A true split level looks like this bottom picture. And that's what I want you to be doing with the split level when you're looking at these. See how it goes up a little bit, and that door is like, the middle of the door is like halfway in between the two stories of the house. And then, so in order to go up, you have to walk upstairs and go up a little to the first floor, or you have to walk down some stairs and go to the basement, DE, or first floor level. Okay? So it's like if you walk in that door, you can't just be in the space itself. Okay, there's lots of them all over. Shed style, exterior usually wood shingles. Entrance is usually less obvious, set back. Things are usually more asymmetrical. A roof line is usually a different combo of like steeply pitched roof. You can see how it like sticks out here and it looks a little different. And then traditional styles, just borrowed. Again, you can have revival kind of stuff. We have innovative styles. So we have A-frames. So you can see like the roof goes either all the way down to the ground, or a lot of times it's just, there's to be like a few feet that's just wall. Geodesic style is all about this roof. So you can see it has the triangles in the roof, and it makes it so you could, if you wanted to have like no interior walls because the structure holds it up, people usually put them in because they want some privacy in bathrooms and bedrooms at least. Monolithic dome is similar, but it's just a smooth dome made of concrete and rebar. It's really structural, very, very strong, and energy efficient. And then I just have architectural terms. If you're like, I want to know what those are, I saw them in there. What is that? It's showing specifically architectural elements on here for pictures, and then different roof styles. Like, what does that actually look like when you see that? I have some websites, acknowledgements on there too. Okay, that's a quick rundown of that. So look at that a little bit more, I think helps. Kind of find your favorites, what you think about those. And then from there, you're going to go on your house styles formative assessment. And again, this is formative, and you can practice and you can use your notes. Please do. So I'm going to click on this, and then yours is going to look different clearly because you're taking it, but you need to match the styles to the house. So, and you're going to need to look at the notes. So like on here, I can't do it because I'm like not taking it right now, but normally you'd have the possible answers at the bottom, and then you'd have a place to drag them. So like this one, I can tell you, this one's contemporary, right? It looks different than the other one, but it has the metal, it has like, that looks like concrete or stucco, there's like wood on the inside. You're seeing this whole like window door going on, is really contemporary type thing. So what I would do is, if I could do this, I would be picking this up and dragging it to go right next to this. And that's my contemporary style. So please, this will take a little while. Please use your notes. This is where I would have this up if I can. And then I would have like do a split screen, and then I can split screen my stuff. And I want you to use the notes on this because it's formative. Use the notes to do this. So then next I'm like, oh, I can look at this. Okay, what's distinctive about this picture? Oh, look at that roof. I bet there's something about that roof. I'm going to scroll. Any of these roofs, like I can kind of click. Any of these roofs look like that. Oh, look at that. That roof looks just like that. Oh, there's my salt box style. So then you drag that in next to the salt box style. And just keep going. You have all these different pieces that are similar pictures, not identical, most of them. Some of them might be to the pictures, but then you have to figure out, like, what is it? Oops, I just gave you those answers, but I already did. So what is it that makes them that? And drag it over. You can take this up to 3 times if you want to. Like, you don't need to, but if you're like, ooh, I bombed that first one, I need to do some rearranging, that's okay. Take it up to 3 times. Okay, so that's what I have for you today. Later we will do more with the house styles and assignments and finding them and identifying them a little bit later. Have a great day, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.